And although there's been a lot of dispersion below the surface in the market for the first week of the year, the reality is that a lot of these headlines have been difficult to actually trade thematically. Hi, and welcome to 2026. There's been quite the start to the year between IEPA Supreme Court ruling that's awaited, Iran, Venezuela, energy stakes within companies being proposed, mining mega mergers, as well as potential question marks around Greenland, as well as Fed independence. We're not short of major headlines that the market wants to react to. And although there's been a lot of dispersion below the surface in the market for the first week of the year, the reality is that a lot of these headlines have been difficult to actually trade thematically. That's why as a team, we want to focus back on a theme that actually we think will have good shelf life over the course of 2026, and that's commodities. Put simply, there is a multi-prong approach to thinking about this thesis. First and foremost is that the US and China are still embarking upon a decoupling exercise. That is going to create significant amounts of demand from a strategic reserve perspective by both sides to ensure stable supply of critical minerals and base metals to run the economy. The second, of course, is very well trodden with regard to the AI narrative. Copper demand will increase simply as a result of the electrification build out as AI adoption continues to increase. And third, we've been in a period of a multi-year deficiency in new mine supply. A lot of that has been driven by ESG mandates and the lack of lending and financing afforded to mining companies in recent years. That has just created simply a shortage of new supply coming on stream at a time where demand is likely going to pick up from the aforementioned reasons. Put that all together, and from an equity perspective, it gets even more interesting. Plain and simple is that there is simply not enough market cap within the equity vertical of these mining companies. Case in point, a potential mega merger between two mining companies would create a market cap of only $200 billion. That wouldn't even make the top 50 companies in the S&P, for example. So the equity angle from commodities is particularly interesting simply because if investors do want to get exposure to this theme, there is not a lot of market cap available to do it. And that scarcity is even more interesting than owning the commodities itself. That's your morning matcha with Alty. Good luck trading.